Sometimes the sweetest creations start with the most ordinary worn out pieces, things most people would toss aside without a second thought. That's how this little primitive angel began. I gathered scraps that didn't look like much on their own, a bit of check fabric, a thrifted piece of cream material, a leftover square of burlap. Nothing fancy, just simple pieces with a little life left in them. I cut out the patterns for the dress, first trying them in the same fabric, but you know how the heart nudges you sometimes. It didn't feel quite right. So I reached for a leftover scrap of the cream fabric, something plain, something humble, and suddenly the pieces came together with purpose. It reminded me of how God often uses contrast, rough and smooth, old and new, ordinary and unexpected, to create something meaningful. He gives us beauty for ashes, as it says in Isaiah 61:3. I stitched the dress together with a simple running stitch, pulling it tight to gather it up. Every tug felt like a picture of how the Lord gathers the loose pieces of our lives, drawing them in close to form something new. Then came the body, a wooden knob and an old clothespin that had seen better days. The hole didn't go all the way through, so I brought out the drill and made a way. Isn't that how life goes sometimes? When there's no clear path forward, God makes one. Piece by piece, I wired the body together, not perfect, not polished, but steady, secure, and whole. I slipped the dress on and glued the head in place, and just like that, this little angel began to take shape, still simple, still rustic, but somehow beautiful in a way she hadn't been before. For the wings, I traced my pattern onto a thin scrap of cardboard, something stiff, worn, and thrown into my craft pile long ago. A little glue and a little piece of burlap, that forgotten bit of cardboard became something lovely, something with purpose again. Twine, wooden beads, rough edges, everything about this angel is imperfect, primitive, homespun. And that's exactly why I love her, because she tells a story of taking the broken, the unused, and the mismatched, and seeing what they can become when they're gathered with care. A story of how God works with the scraps of our lives, the pieces that feel too small, too simple, too worn out, and shapes them into something we never expected. This little angel is a reminder that nothing is too broken to be made beautiful again. Not fabric, not wood, not even us.